Greetings and blessings. Welcome to another edition of Good Gas Mondays with me, Krystal Tomlinson. It is a pleasure to have your ear for another few minutes just to see if I can inject some good gas into your day, kickstart your week on a positive note, and make you feel empowered with the right kind of perspective to finish your week stronger than you even started it. So you know why we do what we do? It's because I need it. You need it. We all need it. That good perspective that's going to help us to change our minds about our limitations, that positive conversation that helps us to tune into our abundance and not so much the things that we lack. And sometimes that hard data that tells you how your brain and your heart and your emotions work and how you can better manipulate those emotions to live an emotionally healthy life, because how you feel determines what you do, what you say, and who you allow to do and say with you. So we want you to feel good so you can say good, believe good, and do good. My guest today is an all-round do-gooder. Her name is Kamala. She is an associate clinical psychologist, an entrepreneur, public speaker, and a survivalist. There's a core element of her story, right, that underpins that idea that she is a survivalist. But I let her tell her story. Kamala, thank you so much for joining me.
It's my pleasure, Krystal. Thank you for having me. And congrats on the podcast also.
Pleasure. Thank you. I'm having the time of my life, digging up into people's minds and experiences. These conversations are opening me up to a brand new world. It's one thing to read about excellence and powerful journeys in books, but it's another thing to be face to face with the journeyer, and hear that intonation and see their eyes light up as they reflect on something. It makes a huge difference. So I'm looking forward to walking as best as I can that path that you have walked with you as we reflect. So tell me who Kamala was when she first discovered herself.
So the beginnings of self-discovery for me were kind of, what should I say, was a little bit, had some trepidation to it. I felt like starting with my life, there was a lot of fear, a lot of timidity, a lot of living in my head, and not so much living out. That came from several different places. As I began to journey as a little girl, I started to figure out that I was comparing my story to many others' stories, even at that young age, especially around family dynamics and particularly around the absence of my father. The present/absent, that kind of situation where he was there, but he wasn't really present, And so that had a lot of impact on me at a young age. I didn't really know how to define it and, explain it, but I felt it. And then I was also physically, I was always the tallest one in my class. So I always felt slightly awkward in my height. And then at a young age too, coming from that whole physical description, how you view yourself, somebody told me at maybe like age 6 that I sounded like a man. And I was like, what? And so in my development, I had these negative things somewhat shelved in the back of my head. That, I'm awkward, I'm different, I just didn't feel solid in my own skin.
Right.
And so high school started the whole journey. So this is me, the tall, slim, kind of awkward girl. Had one of my best friends who was the complete opposite. So she was the typical every 13-year-old's dream, voluptuous, light-skinned, and the whole situation. Walking beside her on the roads in Jamaica, I almost wondered if I was invisible. So unfortunately, at that very formative time when you're beginning to, come into a sense of who you really are at the brink of adolescence, unfortunately it wasn't, the best set of thoughts I had. And then one of the critical or pivotal moments for me was when I entered maybe 5th or 6th form, and the school challenge quiz coach asked me if I wanted to join the team. And I was like, okay, cool. He was like, I think like how you come and train with the team or whatever. I started quiz. And then I was on TV, people complimenting me on the same voice that people said sound like a man. I was like, this is kind of different though. And then I found that guys began to become attracted to me for my mind. They were like, "You're so intelligent." I was like, "Oh, that's a thing."
That's a sexy thing.
I was like, "Oh, this is interesting." So I feel like my blooming started around about like 15, 16, in starting to see that there is value to this girl, like a whole lot of good stuff locked up. Just start to tease them out little by little. And maybe about 3 years after I came into the knowledge of what my name meant, it actually means lotus flower.
Ah, so
that's
that explains the part of the business now.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So I started to research what's special about the lotus flower, and I found so much wealth. The lotus starts its life in the bottom of a muddy pond, like it's always murky, dirty water down there. And it is wired by the Creator to always aim straight for the sun. And when it emerges from that dark place, it is always spotless, like straight purity. And so the big takeaway for me is no matter where you start, remember I never start so 100, in terms of feeling power of self, no matter where you start, you can end up unscathed, end up beautifully, and end up going for exactly where you want to go.
Wow. I think we could stop the interview there and send you all home to pray and meditate on what this means. Right? Everybody needs to print out the photo of a lotus flower, and if you can we plant them in the Caribbean?
Yes, I am, and I've seen some. Yeah, man, yeah.
Because now I feel like I want a lotus flower in my living room and in my yard.
It's a beautiful, and like in Hinduism and many of the religions from the East,
yeah,
it's very central. It's so much symbolism about becoming and evolving.